Barton, this OTT pivot, I mean, ultimately, how does it, and to what extent will it bolster equity value? And what's the initial investment ramp up?
Okay. Another great question. We don't know how much they're going to spend on this. We do know that the ESPN launch next year is going to include sports rights that they've largely already paid for, so not a ton of incremental cost, a little bit. Some incremental losses from rolling up BAMTech. When they get into 2019 with the movies that they're yanking from Netflix and putting on this service, that's $200 to $400 million of revenue that I think they're foregoing from Netflix. Plus, they'll have to build some other content around that, TV shows that they might have sold to other people they're going to put on this service. And there's going to be some meaningful investment there. And I don't know that it stops there, So I think that this is something that's going to be a bit of an EPS drag on Disney as they ramp it up. In terms of the equity, I think that you've got this over-the-top push drawing viewers. I think that raises the secular concerns around the bread and butter for Disney, which is viewership of traditional TV channels. So I think there's a risk of cannibalization that I think hampers the stock as they build this thing up. So near term, our view on Disney is market perform, and this is a difficult fight to get into the middle of right now.
So Barton, let's talk about it from Netflix's perspective. I mean, how long before Disney pulls Marvel, pulls Star Wars, pulls Marvel, and secondly, are others going to follow suit? I mean, is this the trickle and the waterfall is further down the line?
Yeah, look, I think Reed Hastings at Netflix is a really brilliant individual, and he saw this coming, and that's why he pivoted a long time ago towards spending more on his own proprietary original content. Just a couple of days ago, he bought, kind of a third-tier comic book franchise, presumably to help mitigate some of the risk with the Disney relationship and maybe build some interesting content alongside it. Frank Miller is what he bought. I think that the real issue for Netflix is not can they find good content to put on their service. The real issue is that there's going to be more online streaming services that have their feature set and also have much better content than Netflix has had to stand up against before. So I think having Disney brands behind there, I think if Disney's moving, you're likely to see the other big networks move. I wonder about Fox. I wonder about CBS is already there. Discovery Scripts is talking about doing this. So you'll see a range of options, better competition, I think, from the traditional TV dinosaurs, and I think it'll be tougher for Netflix to drive price hikes, tougher for them to get that incremental sub, particularly in the U.S. So I think that this puts a capper on the Netflix opportunity, and in my mind is a little bit cautionary for that equity at this price.